Hey y'all, it's your good sis Erica Vane back again with another The Shy video breakdown. And in this video, I am breaking down episode number 9, Space Jam. I don't even know what to say, y'all. Let's get into it. First off, Lena Waithe, Lena, sis, you is a real one, yo. A real one. This season of The Shy, I did have some expectations, but everything that I've seen play out has been completely outside of the realm of expectations or what we could have dreamed or hoped for. You all have expertly deployed such amazing, dynamic, creative, nuanced, utterly dope storylines and kept us engaged with twists and turns pretty much at every chance you had. Like, what? Episode 9 was given season finale. Episode 9 was given cliffhanger. Episode 9 was given what's gonna happen now. I'm on the edge of my seat. And I still have the season finale to go. Bruh. Lena, thank you. Thank you for season 4 of The Shy. It is truly a gift to all of us. It is truly a gift to the audience. It's truly a gift to fellow creatives, peer filmmakers. The risks that y'all have taken creatively, storyline wise, cinematography wise, bruh. If y'all are not watching The Shy and you just happen to stumble upon this video, go ahead and head to Showtime right now and get your binge on, because this series is masterful. Honestly, I'm so taken aback by the events that ended the episode, but we're not going to start off there. When we open up the episode, we see Papa and Kevin getting there, baby, please, I miss my woman, woe is me on. But the way it's done, like, come on with the jagged edge, come on with these two little youngins, you know, in their feelings. And I love seeing little young black boys express themselves together, being able to communicate their vulnerabilities and sit in their emotions, right? Like, The Shy has really given space for these little young black boys to feel, and I'm here for it. And I thought that it was not only communicating that, but also just great to see, right? Like, it's so dope to see. I'm hoping that this is something that is the healing, processing part. Like, Kevin is finally able to, in this episode, let Jemma go. I kind of want him to move on. I really want Kevin to be able to move on from Jemma, but I don't want him to actually put Shay in a position of being a rebound, because sis is seeming like she's giving everything that Kevin needs to move on, but he needs to be able to heal from Jemma, because for whatever reason, he still does want her. He's still very much so into her. And I know that Kevin was struggling a lot at the start of this season, but he's more interested in Jemma than he was when they were actually together. So it's almost like, Kevin, that ship has sailed. Yeah, Jemma did you wrong. Yeah, Jake and Jemma didn't handle that correctly, but that ship has sailed, because you, in all actuality, while she was asking for a lot, she had a lot of expectations by way of, like, wanting you to support her in specific ways, and you had to do what she wanted you to do. You were also dropping the ball and just were kind of checked out because you had your own things going on. So, like, let's go ahead and let that ship sail. I think that that's what this signals at the beginning of the episode, while they're singing Woe Is Me and they're getting their jagged edge, you know, karaoke on, and they're processing their feelings. It's so dope to see. You know, Kevin is doing this for Jemma. Papa is doing this for Maisha. And even with that, like, to see Papa in the place, like, I felt like Papa didn't really do anything worthy of being broken up with. So to see him pine after her the way that he is, I can't wait till Papa gets to the point where he's kind of like tired of chasing, because I think Maisha is like letting this run a little bit too long. Like, do you just not want to really be with Papa? Because, girl, yes, he inserted himself in your interview, but other than that, he was still giving supportive, he was still giving protect black queens, he was still giving, you know, everything that needed to be gave. And looking at last episode when he threw that party for her, and she takes the opportunity to, like, push up on other dudes and, like, entertain other guys in front of him and all of that, it's just like, I see what you're saying. Like, yes, you're not his property, you're not with him and all of that, but, like, let's keep it respectful, let's keep it cute, because you wouldn't want him to do the same thing to you and completely dismiss your feelings. So I'm hoping that both of these guys can actually move on, even though I really do like Papa and Maisha together. Before Maisha was, like, giving what she's giving now, she was definitely giving supportive girlfriend, she was definitely giving appreciative, like, her her and Papa really match each other's energies very well. So either I would like for us to see a clear understanding of how they're different and how they're evolving and maybe growing apart, or they need to get back on the same page and be together, but otherwise they need to just kind of separate, because I can't keep seeing Papa be this sad and be this stressed out. Papa, for me as a character, has kind of been all over the place this season, but I still love him. I want more for him. Maybe we're going to see in season 5, it's going to focus a little bit on Papa, because this season Jake kind of really became the focus point of the series, and I think that could be really cool as well. Then we get little glimpses. We get glimpses of where Kiesha is in her relationship with Christian, and we only get a little text from him, and they're doing a little flirting thing, and then for the most part we just see Kiesha confront or get confronted with being spotted out and about. When they go and look at a house, Emmett has her go with him to look at houses, and the realtor recognizes her and then gives her props for being a survivor that is very inspirational to other people. So Kiesha winds up having to process her feelings around being identified, being taken back to that place, and people knowing her for that. But then also she calls upon Octavia to give her a photo of Octavia and the baby, and it's so amazing to see how supportive Octavia still is, even though she took the baby back. I was not expecting that at all, and I was thinking that Octavia's storyline was done, but by way of their conversation, we can see that we're going to see more of Octavia. I think that Octavia is really going to shift into a space of kind of being a surrogate mom for Kiesha, and Lord knows she needs it, because I don't know what Nina got going on, but sis is set tripping. Sis got a lot going on. Sis is making bad decisions. Sis is stressed out. Sis needs a little bit of therapy so that she can be able to help these kids, because right now she's not in a place to do so. But Octavia is well adjusted. She is grounded. She is positive and focused on forward movement, growth, and all that, and she sees so much in Kiesha, and they actually have a conversation so that she can help impart those things into Kiesha and give her what she needs in reference to support to still chase her dreams and be the woman that she wanted to be before this ordeal happened to her. And Lord, I'm praying that Octavia gets somebody's baby. I want her to actually be Ronnie's godmother, but I ain't gonna push too hard or make those assumptions just yet, because Kiesha just got the baby back. They still getting adjustments and all of that, but I definitely think that Octavia needs to be something in this kid's life, because the investment that she has put forth thus far is top tier. Okay, top tier. Going back to Kevin real quick, I mentioned I didn't want him to make Shay a rebound, but it's so cool to see them actually navigate this episode together and deepen their friendship, and you can kind of see Shay starting to fall for him, even though she put up roadblocks at the beginning. When Kevin asked her for a date, she was like, yeah, I don't see you like that, and now I think she is starting to see him like that. But again, I don't want Kevin to move too fast, because if he just goes from one girl to the next and he doesn't actually get to heal, process, and figure out what he needs to do better moving forward. Now, we don't get anything from Emmett and Tiff in this episode, but we do get a good amount of Emmett. The previous episode, Love Jones, we saw Emmett tell Tiff, or basically give her an ultimatum of if you don't want to close this marriage, then I don't want to be married to you no more. And now we just kind of sitting with that. Emmett has spent a lot of his time in this episode focusing on his mom, and it's so great to see his mom and Darnell and him spend time together as a family. While I'm enjoying it, y'all, now that the episode is over, I'm also starting to think, why do they give me these very sweet moments? Are they about to take her from me? Because y'all cannot take Jada, y'all. You cannot take Jada. I don't care. I do not care. Protect Jada at all costs. We need her. I absolutely love her as a character. But going back to, them, they spend time as a family. And again, it's great to see. To me, it's a really great full circle moment, because when we start the series off, they are all a mess. Jada can't talk to Darnell. Darnell can't talk to Emmett. Emmett and Jada have their back and forth because Emmett is taking advantage of his mom and all of that. And just to see how far they have come and how they're able to support each other as family and how they've gotten through it and grown and evolved is just, truly chef's kiss. Now, I think I done talked about everything other than the big elephant in the room of the episode, y'all. Brace yourself. Mr. Otis Perry, can you please step forward, please? We need to talk, Mr. Otis Perry. Yo, you know what? Before we even do... I can't even believe it, y'all. I am still in shock at what I saw. I was not anticipating this at all. Marcus, who is Jemma's dad, spends the episode being Marcus, right? He gets into an argument with Douda at the mayor's office because they didn't win the Olympic bid. Okay, cool. He feels the type of way because that's the only reason why he was on board. He really wanted to make that happen. Okay, cool. Whoop-de-whoop. They don't like each other. They haven't liked each other. All right, bam, bet. So he walks out. Cool. But they still have to see each other because Jake and Jemma Jemma are dating. So Marcus is giving me, like, while I think he's a cool dad, you know, there's a moment with him and Jemma where Jemma has to check him, like, you can't control me, you can't make me be this, you can't make me be that. And she really pushes up against a lot of his preconceived notions and judgments, because he is definitely giving uppity Negro, he is definitely giving look down on the community, he is definitely giving all skin folk and kinfolk, and I don't like to see it. But I don't think what happened to him should have happened to him, but he, Jesus, fix it. He just wasn't giving what he was supposed to give, and Douda falls back into his Douda tendencies, and he kind of handles it by beating the hell out of him pretty much to death. Now, y'all, it's not very clear on if he's actually dead by the end of the episode, but he is dying, because they have an argument. They bring up Jemma. Marcus says Jake isn't Jemma's type and you need to keep Jake away from her. And it's like, Douda responds like, he ain't the one that's chasing her. Like, she's the one out here, you know, sleeping with everybody. Now, while that was foul to say, it's the truth. She did jump from homie to homie. Like, let's keep it a buck. And if you gonna try to call out somebody about their kid, then you gotta be honest about yours. Like, Jemma, this isn't, nobody is forcing Jemma to do what she's doing. Jemma's out here on her own volition. She's letting everybody know, be clear, even you, that y'all can't control her. She's gonna do what she want to do, when she want to do it, how she want to do it. So I totally get it, but it went from 0 to 100 real quick, because Marcus decides to swing on Douda, and that was the worst thing that he could have ever did, because he was not ready for that fight. He was not ready. No, he was not ready. Douda swung, knocked him down, and then that was all she wrote. He just continued to beat that man and beat that man and beat that man. You would have thought he stole something. He beat that man so bad. And when Trig finally finds out and comes back in the house and sees it, he's like, oh, I need to call the police. For whatever reason, he doesn't, because Otis is like, let him die. And they spend all this time talking. He's trying to get him air and all this. And I'm like, Trig, you either gonna call the police or you're not. Either way, you need to make a decision, because y'all gonna get rid of the body or you gonna call the police. You have to do something. And because they don't do something fast enough, Jake comes back to go get his weed, because they trying to hide it from the daddy. And Jake sees it, and now I'm just like, oh, Lord help us. It literally, y'all, went from 0 to 100 so fast, but it didn't happen in a way that was not, you know, not organic. Didn't happen in a way that wasn't like, that didn't make sense. It made 100% sense, and as you were watching, it just felt like this amazing ride that we was on. So if y'all haven't seen this episode, please go back and watch this episode and prepare yourself. I'm sorry to spoil it for you, but prepare yourself, because it gets mad real. Now, I will be doing a predictions video to dive a little bit more into this particular situation and what the outcome is going to be, or what I anticipate the outcome to be. But yeah, y'all, it's like a battle of the two families, and Jake and Jemma are almost going to become Romeo and Juliet, and this is going to get real. I feel bad for Jake having to be saddled with the knowledge of what actually happened, and how is he supposed to process that? He's a kid. They at their dance. Like, he can't even, you know, be with his girl and be intimate with Jemma after he sees that, because he don't even know what to think or what to do. It's just, woo, it's heavy. But that is my breakdown for episode 9 of season 4 of The Chi, y'all. I will link in the description box to Showtime. If you ain't watching the series, please go and watch the series. It is one to watch, not to be missed. This season is by far the best that has come yet. They have been super ambitious, as I mentioned, super risky in the things that they're talking about, but it's so real, and I'm totally here for it. If you're new here, I'm Erica Vane. I post new entertainment breakdowns every single day, multiple times a day, so join the tribe and hit subscribe so that you don't miss an upload. I have the Shy playlist linked for you with all of my breakdowns so far, so that you can catch up if you missed any, as well as 2 suggestions for you on screen of other series that I think that you might love as well. Get into it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.